Hey guys, this is Andre. So I guess that some people are kind of disappointed at what we just witnessed, which I think is personally the most highly rated boxing match of our era right now. Obviously, the media hype was big back in the Ali days and the Mike Tyson days. This would pretty much been between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. This would probably been like top 5, top 10, without a doubt. But I guess people are just upset from what we just witnessed. But you know, whether you hate either fighter or mainly Floyd Mayweather, if you sat and watched the fight and paid attention mainly to what Mayweather said after the fight, you know, people can talk all they want about how much they hate the man or whatever, but I didn't hear one thing negative that he directed toward Pacquiao after that fight. He just gave nothing but credit toward him, his trainers, and obviously his own trainers too. I'm talking about Mayweather's, but he also told everybody as far as how he was going to go into the fight going against him, and that was this basically to bounce around because he knew if Manny had him inside that he was going to get a lot of his shots. He was able to get a handful, but I knew early on that the whole boxing match that there were a lot of good punches thrown, but Pacquiao didn't land any. And you know, I was kind of thinking, oh boy, here we go, because I know how much of a defensive fighter Mayweather is. Watching the few fights I have seen him lately, because I know I've been paying attention to a lot of his fights. When I first saw him when I was a senior in college in 2005, and then the few fights leading up to this one, I just paid more attention to basically not so much how he was doing in the ring, but also when he was studying as well, as far as getting ready for his opponents. Because I'm not going to lie, people might not like hear this, but he's almost like the Peyton Manning of boxing. I mean, he will just study his opponent too and see their weaknesses or whatever and just try to exploit it, which he did with Pacquiao. Again, because people were like, oh man, Pacquiao should have gotten him in that corner more so, like, for example. But you notice later in that fight that when Floyd did go into the corner, Pacquiao just kind of started backing away because, again, he wasn't getting his shots on him. I mean, he's throwing good punches, but none of them were landing. And then the ones that Mayweather were able to land, you know, obviously they were connected too, but he was able to land a little bit more so than Pacquiao because he was blocking a lot of Pacquiao's punches, just point blank. So, I mean, hey, the man's getting close to breaking history. I love seeing history being broken too, so he's very close to doing so. So, yeah, my hat goes off to both of them. I mean, again, what I noticed too, looking at the background, both those guys too online, both of them great businessmen. They really didn't need this fight. They were just doing it for basically the public. Yeah, you can say, and I know personally, I said this too, that it should have been done about 3.5 years ago. That's when I first heard about the talks in late 2011. And then I found out it was a little bit sooner before that as well. But I'm glad they got it out of the way too. And be honest with you, I don't want to see a rematch. I just don't. I mean, again, after what we just saw, I mean, again, if you like to see great offense versus great defense, think about it. Since I play semi-pro football, too, when you see Super Bowls with a great offense versus a great defense, what's the team that normally steps up the most? Normally the defense. I mean, with the exception with this past Super Bowl between the Seahawks and the Patriots, but the Patriots had a good defense as well. So, again, that's the reason why, I mentioned a few moments ago, why Mayweather was able to get the win over Pacquiao, too. You know, so, I mean, again, people are always going to hate Mayweather, too, talking about, man, they hate basically everything about the man. But, again, like I said, I know how it is to be on top because I got my ring for my semi-pro football team last year as well, too. So, I know playing with guys how it is that, you know, you can be cocky, too, because we're undefeated. Haven't lost in 2 years, and you know he's undefeated. So that just comes with the territory. You know, people hate this business mind as well. But I mean, you know, hey, he just makes it happen. So that's what I meant by neither of them needed that fight as far as the get paid. Those guys were getting paid for their own ventures. For example, I got my own underneath this video as well. My own venture that I'm doing So I just wanted to share that too, and we'll just have to see what's going to be coming up next here for Mayweather down the road, and also for Pacquiao down the road. So just wanted to share that, and I will see you guys next video.